Whenever you're good.
Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to round 2 of the Southern Cross Dota Tides Wrath Season 3, round of 32 qualifiers. So at the moment this is the second round of games. We're back with round 2 here. This is Alpha against Can't Say Whips. We did see a nice game. I'm not going to spoil it for you viewers. Well, it doesn't make a difference. You're going to see the score at the top of the screen anyway. We did see CSW sort of steamroll through Team Alpha there. Jizz Bond on the Lena, just going out of control early on. And just being so aggressive with her gameplay, and it led to a fast, about 25-minute win over Team Alpha. I am Shads, bringing you back the action, and again, I'm with Ragnarok, and we're going to see typical bands starting these things off, Rag, Elder Titan and Batrider.
Yep, and if anything that I think about Dota comes true, then we're going to definitely see a Wisp band come out very shortly, or should I say, sorry, IO, as they had to change his name because of copyright laws from Blizzard.
He'll always be Wisp.
Always be Wisp. But we do have, probably most likely, there goes a Chen ban. I was going to say, it's either going to be Lena
Grace
Chen,
ban.
Lena Chen or Nyx after that last game, but it wouldn't surprise me here if these guys ban out Wisp. They do have second pick, so they won't be able to pick him up in the first one. And I'm sure they would love to have someone along the lines of Wisp, especially with that sort of ganking mobility style that they went with the last game. They were just going to be able to get down, but no, it's going to be Darkseer. They don't want that long laner at all, and a Visage pickup straight away, so the Wisp is still in the pool, and it would not surprise me right now, Can't Say Whips would actually pick up the Wisp right now, seeing that he is the icon for their team. And a Naga Siren? Come on, Wisp. Come on, Wisp.
You keep saying that like it's
Go.
going to happen. They can't say
Do it.
Whips. They can't say it.
It's gonna happen. Oh, damn it, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you. Yeah.
We've got 20 seconds to the side. Then the bonus time. Well,
We have seen a little bit of a flip from the last game. They do have the Naga Siren now on Can't Say this time, taking it away from Alpha. They have managed to pick up that Visage that was played very well by Suck on D's last game. So he's going to be able to get that one again. He's going to be probably have the time of his life. Unfortunately, was not able. They were able to pick up first blood and a Warlock.
oh.
I'm gonna say right now, this is going to be a mid lane Warlock.
You know what? Warlock is really strong mid. I've played against a Warlock mid, and he just Shadow Word and Fatal Bonds on you, and you're just unhappy because you're taking damage. You're not in the lane, you're still taking damage. You come back to the lane, you take more damage. Warlock's on full health, you look at him, he hurts you. You run back with your tail between your legs, and you're still taking damage when you're in the well. Warlock's a jerk.
He very much is, and we do have a Rubik pickup, so it looks
Smart
like they're going
pickup.
with their supports. So both of their supports early on once again. Visage and Rubik. Rubik, especially after seeing that Warlock, once he gets that ultimate up, he's going to be able to drop his own golems on people's faces. But, as I said before, we're looking for the synergy of the teams right now. You got Naga Siren to set up with the Song of the Siren, and then you got Warlock to drop his, what is it, Chaotic
Stone.
Offering.
Just
Chaotic
call it
Offering.
Rock. Everyone calls it Rock.
Hey, I got it right, it's Chaotic Offering. Woohoo!
Everyone just calls it Rock.
Golem.
Rock Golem.
So yeah, being able to turn around and drop the golem on everyone as well, getting that extra stun time, Rubik won't have a chance to steal either one of those. And plus, because the golem is immune to magic, he's going to be able to walk through it if Rubik manages to steal Song of the Siren anyway. So they're still going to be getting beaten down by Warlock's golem, even though they have that big AoE sleep.
Yep, and I'm actually going to show people what the Golem looks like because I can do that. And we're going to see a little video on screen of what Rock Golem looks like. Yeah! That was
I'll
awesome,
have to wait for
wasn't
this
it?
in the stream. I'll have to wait for this one in the stream, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I had to show it. And now we've got the bans coming out. We've got Puck and Lifestealer being banned. Puck obviously going to be a mid, unlikely to be an offlane. Lifestealer, your hard carry. And then we're going to see Prophet, King of Rat Dodo, and Dollar Bills banned out as well as the Weaver. And Weaver's he's shifted his role a bit around lately, Rag. He's always been a sort of offlane hero, but lately we've seen him in the safe lane, and now we've got a Drow Ranger. What? What? Is this Korean Dodo?
Sorry, I just took a mouthful of water and nearly spit it on my screen when I saw that. A Drow Ranger. This is something new.
It's Korean Dodo.
I'm just going to say to everyone out there, we are Australian. Thank God we're not Toby, or else we'd be nearly jizzing on our screens right now. But
We have Jizz Bond.
and a Razor. Yeah, we
Razor is standard. There's a normal band. Good, good.
And
I was having withdrawals
wonder
for a
if-
second.
I actually wonder if this is going to be that Razor that we see
Ooh, what?
with the Refresher and Aghanims, but a Disruptor pickup now. And can't say, picking up some very, very odd-style heroes, like heroes you don't initially see a lot together. And Disruptor definitely will be going into that support role, I'm guessing. Warlock will be going into that mid lane with Naga Siren support, Drow Ranger. And this is actually going to be quite deadly on that tri
Support
lane,
Drow.
because you got the support Drow.
Yeah, you just maxed tier.
No, it's not going to be support Drow. I'm going to say right now, it's not going to be.
What we're going to see, we're going to see Drow taking up support on bottom lane with Warlock, and they're going to be getting farm onto that Warlock. Disruptor's going to solo safe lane, just getting his W and stats, and we're probably going to see a hero like Wisp going onto that mid lane. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect Dota. Although realistically, you can run Drow as a support, but as soon as Drow hits that level 6, which she'll get quite soon, she's just going to start hitting like a small truck. That 40 Agi, you know, it's huge. It's a free, what's the item? It's a free Eagle Song and more at level 6. That's just not fair.
Yeah, very much is. But this Razor, I'm gonna be wondering whether he's going to be going that Refresher Aghanims build.
Lightning build.
That we have seen. Lightning
build.
build. Yeah, basically it destroys towers, destroys heroes, destroys basically everything that sits around him in any way whatsoever. But we are waiting for the last pickup now by Alpha. They got 8 seconds and an Outworld Devourer. I was about to say Destroyer, but Devourer.
Outworld Demolisher, as he was for like a day.
Yeah. So OD now being picked up, that most likely is going to be their mid lane, and it's going to work out very, very well, especially if we have the Warlock go in there, because he's someone who needs his mana. He wants to be able to heal himself up and sustain on that lane, but if he doesn't have the mana pool to do it anymore because of imprisonment, he's not going to be able to heal himself up. He's not going to be able to use those fatal bonds. He's not going to be able to use anything much on that lane and have to rely on his right clicks for last hitting, which really doesn't work out well for him. Just say.
Well, do they put Drow mid?
Well, that's probably the best one at the moment. Either that or the Naga Siren. As much as she does need a lot of mana for
Naga
her.
would get demolished though, whereas Drow, if she doesn't,
Very much so.
Drow, you don't need mana. Like obviously your Frost Arrows does help significantly with harass and orb walking, but it's not a necessity. She has that little bit of extra range. She has the damage to harass OD out. But then I suppose you'll see your Razor on your safe lane. That's clear enough. But is it going to be an aggressive? Is it going to be safe lane or aggressive lane? They've got Visage.
Sure, but both of these teams now need their offlaner. That's what they need right now. Both these teams will need their offlane hero. And
Clockwork
in
V
saying
banned.
that,
Smart ban.
It's saying that with the Drow Ranger, Naga, and Disruptor, you do have a very good aggressive tri-lane there, so they could send it that way and just send another one down for a safe lane farm. But yeah, as you said, Clockwork has been banned out. That's one of the safe laners. It wouldn't surprise me right now if we had some other safe laner get banned out. There we go, the Windrunner straight out of the way.
Venomancer!
What? What?
That means we're going to see ward build, and I don't like ward build. It makes me unhappy. It makes me unnecessarily unhappy. But look, it can stop the push, because you get a couple wards down, you just throw wards down everywhere, and it does stop the creeps. Especially when they got 450 health. But Timbersaw... Well, either way, just running through, I'll take CSW again, Ragnarok. We're going to have Jizz Bond on Warlock, so probably going to see him taking up that middle lane like we saw last game. Little bit of retribution, perhaps. We'll see Slicks playing that Venomancer. Wait a second. Slicks plays hard carry. So we're going to see carry Venomancer this game then. Ganking mid on the Drow range. We're going to see a support Drow, I hope. The Muffin Man's going to be on that Naga Siren and Guani on Disruptor. Well, Offlane? That's
That's
offlane.
an
Well,
offlane Drow.
unless they're taking.
That's an offlane Drow.
Well, look, we've got an aggressive tri-lane, so we're going to have a safe tri-lane, which means 1v1 against Timbersaw top, which could be alright. Now, Rag, before we get underway, just take us quickly through those the Team Alpha boys who have just smoked up, and I'll keep following them.
Yep. Untamed is playing on top of that Razor. We do have Ice's Nice being playing the Rubik. White Yukasha is playing the Timbersaw. We do have Smithy 420. He's on the Outworld Devourer. And then we have Suck on D's playing on that Visage once again. And I just got through that very, very quickly because I'm sure they want to try and gank up someone. They want something to happen very early on. But it doesn't look like they're going to find it. They ran right through the jungle, had the smoke up, and they weren't able to pick off anyone. And here we go. We do have Drow. Drow is soloing that bottom lane, and she's going to be caught out right
she's
now.
having a...
Rubik trying to get in range, but he's not going to be able to do it. And Drow now knows there's an aggressive tri-lane down here on this bottom lane for her.
Wait, so Slicks is going mid... So we're going to have a Venomancer mid, and a Naga carry at top. What? No. Now they're just... Wait, solo...
We have a solo Drow bottom lane. We have a solo Warlock top lane and a tri-lane. No, actually, the tri-lane's going down to bottom. They're taking
so solo Warlock against Timber and Venomancer mid against OD. That doesn't. Well, actually, you know what? Venomancer can do that with Poison Sting. He gets that passive extra damage. He's gone for level 1 Venomous Gale, which I must say is like the most brutal nuke at level 1. And Drow is in trouble at bot. Takes a little bit of static Ling, loses 14 damage, down to 38 damage now. She's just being harassed out by Icy's Nice at the moment. Throws a couple ice arrows back at him, says, "Get off me. Get off me lawn." But we do have the supports coming up now. They're going to try and counter ward. Guani and Zimuffin Man just hovering around that bottom lane. Going to try and get these wards down. Well spotted there by Muffin Man. Takes out that ward nice and early, and that's the creep pull. Sorry, the creep block removed. Now moving around to our mid lane, Slicks is just throwing off a couple of Venomous Gales. He's got all of 130 mana, so he threw it off before he'd lose all that mana for good. And OD did get hit by it, and it's doing a little bit of damage to him. We've got Warlock up on top lane. He's trying to... Is he going to try and pull those creeps? He is. He's going to be pulling those creeps into his lave just to pull it back. And I think White Yaksha did a single pull because he's got a double stack of creeps there. I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Looks like he's going to be pulling them down to the tower. Basically, both of these on top lane just want the experience right now. They're not too concerned with the farm. As long as they get the levels up, they're going to be perfectly fine. In the way of the team fights later on, like Warlock really just wants to get to that level 6. Timbersaw, same sort of thing, just wants to be able to get up that chakram at level 6, so he's going to be able to have the money in the time later on, basically when the team fights break out. But we do have a look, we do have the pulls going through, we do have the two supports rotating up into the middle lane now. We do have Venomancer, he's seen them, he's going to fall back to the tower, and this is a failed gank. This is a big waste of time for these two. They can't do it, and there's left open. Razor now down on the bottom lane. Will Naga go to jump on? No, definitely will not. We'll throw down a sentry. Razor did move back, and it's just outside of range. Or is it just in range? I don't know.
You can click it. It is in the range. Oh, shit.
It is. Oh, I'm not sure if that's just in or just out. I'm
yeah, I
pretty
think
sure it's just out of range.
I don't know. I'm a bit confused. It looks.
If you
like...
hover over the top, of the ward itself, you can see it's just outside that line. So I think it's just outside the line, or they just didn't have vision of it in the Sfogger wall.
You know what? It is.
So
I can actually see it.
Yeah.
It is out by a minuscule amount.
The smallest of smallest amounts, right?
That is ridiculous. That is just unfortunate.
Right now, but we do have. There we go. Very much so. But the two supports back down here in the bottom lane now. Doesn't look like Drow is having the best time down here. She is 7 for 3. Warlock up in top lane is 17 for 7. He's managed to pick up a lot of last hits right now, so he's got a lot of gold, as well as getting himself, a lot of levels. He is level 4. We do have Timbersaw. He's level 4 himself as well. Trying to drop the stats. Still a bit of damage now to Juicebond, but they're just walking back out. And down in bottom lane, a little bit going out. They do have the net. The slows come out.
Snipe.
The last tick of damage from Thunderstrike from the Disruptor, as well as the right click coming out from the Frost Arrows, just enough to be able to take down the Razor, and that will be first blood. And it does look like we have pings already coming out. They want to jump straight down onto this Drow. She is sitting about And the pickup now, Zimuff Man looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and get away, and we do have slow. Soul Assumption will manage to pick that up, and Razor trying to come down. The good luck have fun's come out now after they get a kill, the same as last game.
A little bit of trash talk there. Ganking mid, the Drow Ranger did say GLHF after getting a kill. Razor replies GLHF as well after securing his own kill there. So a little bit of cheekiness from both teams, and that's what we like. We like a little bit of smack talk. We're Australian. If you watch the cricket, it's all about the smack talk. It's all about bad manners, and that's being brought to Dota. And
I was doing that on Saturday myself.
of course,
Smack talking people at cricket.
it's not cricket without a little bit of sledging. It's not Dota with a little bit of without a bit of smack talk. And, you know, it's one thing I've found. If you're playing Spirit Break, you start playing Miley Cyrus's Came In Like a Wrecking Ball as you're charging someone, just for maximum satisfaction. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Just heading over and looking around at the last hits and denies at the moment. Warlock absolutely smashing this top lane. Timbersaw only has 11 for 3, whereas Warlock's got 31 for 13. And down in this mid lane, Venomancer's holding his own quite well down here. He's got himself 17 for 6, and he's actually pushed Outworld out of lane. Yeah, very low Outworld Destroyer.
It's the points
so
in
he's gonna
Poison
have to go
Sting.
back to bed. Yeah, definitely. Like, no one realizes how much damage this can pump out very early on the Poison Sting. 10, like, he's only level 3, 10-second duration, 15 damage ticks over time, and an extra 13% slow. So you've got the 50%, then another 13 that goes on top of it, and you just barely can move anywhere. And you're not seeing this Max Ward build, so, you know, you don't have to worry. And there we go, the Savannah Gale goes straight out once again, and he's not going to be able to get down for any right clicks. He wants to just at least get one off, and there we go, he does get one off. The tower is going to hit him, he's going to lose a lot of health, and it looks like we have more interesting stuff going down on bottom.
What's going down at bot? Suck on D's in a bit of trouble now. He's being glimpsed back, and he's taking a little bit of damage. The net comes out from Muffin Man. Suck on D's down to about 100 HP. He's still staying alive, though. Genki mid's in a bit of trouble. Gets blocked by the creeps. Muffin Man goes down, takes him out, and Suck on D's goes down as well. It's now a 2-for-1 trade. Muffin Man takes 2 kills. And Untamed, the Razor, now in trouble. He's going to throw a Plasma Field. Is he going to live? Muffin Man's riding him quickly. Oh, there's the wall coming up from Kinetic Field from Disruptor. And it might just get that kill, and there we go. Triple kill from Muffin Man. Naga Siren rolling in that gold. And it was really unlucky for that Drow there. She got caught just down here, and the creeps came, and then we had a really good Kinetic Field. And now we've got Slicks in a bit of trouble. He's walked in between Smithy and Ice is Nice. Smithy does have double damage, and really good blocks from Ice is Nice now. And there we go. Slicks is going down, ganking mid, just peddling him from the top of that cliff, railing him down a little bit. He's going to try and get some more attacks off, and there we go. That fight's just come to a nice little stop. And OD hits really hard with the DD. Like, that's 109 damage. Damn.
Very much does. And it looks like he's gotten himself some Tranquil Boots very early on, which I'm not sure how that's going to handle because he's going to have to wait out that entire Venomous Gale time and even the Poison Sting ticks that come out from the Venomancer. So I don't know how much. He will cop a lot of harassment. There we go. We see the Venomous Gale go straight out. He will imprisonment straight away, and then he sort of wanted to stay in, but then wanted to walk away again. And we do have a gang coming in as well. They were smoked up, but it looked like Ice is Nice managed to just get spotted from behind, but he's
Guani, what are you walking into?
There we go. Going in right now. They both walk down here. The lift has come up, pushed him straight back. Venomous, the ultimate comes straight out. Did he get
Smithy
the
will die.
off? No, he did not. So Smithy will not die. And we do have the pullback right now. He does actually die. Gets the thing, and the Soul Assumption does come off. And will he get the last right click now? Will this be?
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. A double kill now for
Very well
Guani.
played.
Just walked straight up. And for the one trade of the Venomancer, they managed to pick up 3 kills there in the mid lane. So a very good trade there for, can't say, going down. And now it's a 1v1 for the Razor versus the Drow Ranger down here on bottom lane. Drow in a little bit of trouble, does have herself upper power treads, does have another 500 gold in her stash at the moment. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw a Ring of Aquila, but I'm pretty sure we do already have a Ring of Basilis, yeah, on the Warlock, so for that top lane, give him a bit of extra armor.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah,
siege.
look, Jazz, you getting that Aquila or not? No, I don't think so. Oh,
What was that, sorry?
We're going to have a bit of action up onto that top lane now. Guani teleporting up. Disruptor's level 8 on a support. That is huge. And it was that goal. It was the experienced mid. And he's going to be able to get a kill now. He's like the highest level. Oh, there we go. Chaotic offering onto White Yaksha. He's going to go down. Yeah, he got dropped.
Yeah, that was just bye-bye. See you later, Timbersaw. I don't care how many points you have up in that reactive armor, you are not going to survive that. He's actually only got 1 point in it at the moment, so he doesn't really have that much. But Dire Structures are now fortified. They do have the Golem, the Warlock Golem up there, taking out that creep wave. They really want him to be able to beat down on this tower as well, but he's losing a lot of health. There we go. They managed to do it off, and here we go. 2 TPs coming straight in, and we do have, Disruptor. Instantly takes him straight out, and there we go. We do have Rubik, and Rubik, no, Rubik, you're there by yourself now. You're not going to be able to survive that. You've got no chance, and he will be taken out by the Warlock. And we do have Timbersaw coming back in here again. He is now silenced. He can't get away, and the one last right click will go to Warlock. Warlock picking up a double kill up there in that top lane, and that was just, you know, bad TPing into that top lane right there. The moment that Visage got sent back, the Rubik should have just went nuts, stopped this TB, not gone into there whatsoever. And in the meantime, we do have Venomancer as well as Naga going down on this mid lane, and there's nothing Outworld can do to stop this. He does have his ultimate up in 20 seconds, but you don't really want to use that to just stop a push.
Yeah, it's true. It was a nice fight at top, and the game is swinging into the way of CSW now, Rag. 5k gold, 5k XP, and it's sort of what we saw last game, although this time it is the supports who have been controlling this game. It's been Naga and, well, it's been Disruptor mostly. He's been in 9 of the 10 kills, and it's just been very good play with the glimpse, with the kinetic field. And it's just been great to watch because it's an odd hero. And now ganking mid's in trouble. Grave Chill coming out onto ganking mid from Suck on D's. He's taking a lot of damage. Razor's getting the damage off, and there he goes. Razor steals a lot of damage, and now the Muffin Man's in for some last hits onto Z-Muffin, onto Visage. He's going to go down untamed. Gets pulled back into a kinetic field. That's a great turnaround. 2-for-1 trade there. At the cost of Disruptor, they managed to pick off the Visage and the Razor. Meanwhile, at top, Jizzborn takes that tier 1. And what's happening at mid, Slicks is going very, very aggressively onto Smithy. Smithy's just written his own death wish by putting himself in that astral imprisonment. And there we go. Slicks is going to go down. He might... No, he shouldn't die to creeps here, although he might die to heroes. He's got the TP coming out. Is they going to get there in time? Visage gets there. Oh, very well done from Visage. Manages to get that kill. Slick's trying to teleport out and just managed to take a Soul Assumption on his way out for good luck. And that does end his life. So a nice little bit of gold going in the way of the entire team.
Down on bottom lane, basically the Naga just chased down the Rubik as fast as she wanted to and netted him, and kinetic field and just like the Disruptor, everything else just kept him in position while they beat him down, so they were able to pick up all 3 on the bottom lane instead. Venomancer has picked up a set of treads now, so it looks like he's coming into... Where is he?
Venomancer.
Down in base.
Shadowblade Venomancer. Shadowblade Argonims and Veil. It's too strong. Game is hard.
Oh yeah, that will be quite deadly. But he has managed to pick up his treads now.
I can't view it.
He has picked up his treads. He's going to be able to do it. Argonims.
You can't view it. I think it's just extra damage.
Come on, Aghanim Scepter.
I like to see an orb of venom on Venomancer. I must say. It's because
there's no point.
But extra slow.
No point.
Extra slow. 4%.
No, there's no point.
4%. And we're going to fight a bot now, Rag. Ganking mid in a bit of trouble. And she's still losing a lot of damage. And those birds going straight after her. Naga Siren drops her ulti. And look at this. Really well placed, what do you call it? Static Storm from Disruptor. And this has left Ice is Nice and Suck on D's in a bad position. So Ice is Nice is going to go down now. 3-for-0 trade. We saw Razor, Visage, and Rubik go down. Great setup from the Naga Siren. Song of the Siren coming in, like stopping everybody. Disruptor gets more than enough time to drop his kinetic field and his static storm, and Drow just picks them off with her stupid amounts of damage that she has at level 8. And now
but we are 12 and a half minutes in, and Warlock has his Aghanims.
Damn, what's his gold per minute? 475.
12 and a half.
There
we go. We see the
dual
Aghanims go
golems.
straight
Oh
down
god.
on the tip of the
Yaksha
floor,
getting
and bye-bye
dropped.
That was the end of it. And there we go.
Exploded.
The TP was coming in, and they will go back out. And oh yeah, they really don't want to go in on that. 2 TPs wasted looking at that bottom lane, but they're not going to be able to go into it. If they use these golems wisely with enough time, they might be able to get up on and push onto the tier 2 tower as well. The birds are up there. We do have Visage on his way down, as well as Razor and Rubik, but that's not going to be enough to stop this push. We do have Drow Ranger, and the precision aura is just doing massive amounts of damage to that tower, and we see the Venomancer ultimate go off, and yeah, you're in a lot of trouble right now, Raze. It had the static link on the Venomancer, but not the one you wanted, and there we go. The kinetic field as well as those two golems just beating down, and the golems beat down again on the Visage as well. That's a triple kill for Warlock down there in that bottom lane, and he's just having the time of his life during this game. As an offlaner, has himself 7-0-0 kills.
Yeah.
So basically he's just keeping all his... And the GGs get called out. 14 minutes into this game, GG has been called. There is no coming back from this whatsoever. Good game too, can't say whips.
In that fight, Rag, Timbersaw tried to TP in and he got glimpsed back again. That was really good play from Disruptor the whole game, just with those glimpses. He used them to aggressively and defensively, pulling people into the fight, defensively sending them just away on a TP. And I'm going to... never mind. So that's a good game. That's the best of 3 as well, Rag, and the winner was CSW over Team Alpha.
Yeah, definitely, and I mean, like, you can't go wrong with CSW right now. They just walked in, they knew what they had to do, they went for a couple of unconventional heroes here and there, and it just managed to work out very, very well for them. I mean, they just put everything into place when they needed it, where they needed it, so it was just good teamwork. A big prop will go for the first game, going straight out to Jizzbond. For that leader play in the mid lane, just making everything. And for the second game, I will give it over to the Disruptor. Who was playing the Disruptor?
Guani.
Guani. For his Disruptor play, just glimpsing at the right moment, being able to pull back people. He did so well. And also a bit of a shout out to the Warlock, just being able to solo against that Timbersaw so well and get all the last hits and keep him from getting his own.
He did do very well, and have a look at that last hit. It's 94 in 14 minutes. Normally you'd expect to see about 70 in 10 minutes on what? Safe lane free farm. But that's really let's call it 90 in 14 minutes. That's huge. That's just ridiculous. So definitely a great game from CSW there, proving why they're one of the top teams in Australia and why they're in these pro leagues and near a professional. They're a professional level team. Definite shout out to CSW there and Team Alpha. Team Alpha will go through to the lower bracket. Is double elimination. This is the best of this is the top 32. I keep saying best of 32. It's the top 32 at the moment, and it's the second. It's the second round, we'll call it that. This has been a best of 3. CSW taking it 2-0. This has been Shads and Ragnarok bringing you the action. Make sure big shout outs to our sponsors at TT Esports and Thermal Take. They're giving us the prizes for this tournament.